Chief Isidro Jimenez with the Friona Police Department.
How do you ensure the victims feel safe and supported when they come forward to report a sexual assault?
We obviously make sure to look at their needs at the time, depending on the situation, whatever incident. If they need emergency medical services at the time, or if it's something that happened, sometimes it's years back, sometimes it's days, or sometimes it just happened. So depending on the situation, the report, we obviously make sure to keep their whatever's going on, keep it in mind, and treat them with respect. Listen to the whole story. We make sure to validate, everything that they're saying, and make them feel like, we're definitely going to look into it. We're definitely going to investigate and see what's going on, and help them the best way possible, in whatever that means, for that situation.
What specific training do police officers receive regarding sexual assault investigations and victim support?
We have some mandated courses from the state, crisis intervention trainings that we have to go through. There's also some just extra trainings that we go off to, as far as that deal specifically with this subject.
Are there any common misconceptions about sexual assault that you frequently encounter in your work?
A lot of people, what they have in their mind when they think of a suspect or perpetrator, they think that it's going to be a random person that's just out looking for that. And a lot of reports that we take, it's going to be somebody in the family, it's going to be an acquaintance, it's going to be a friend, somebody that they trust. It wasn't that they were out, in the middle of the night somewhere and where they shouldn't be, and then a suspect or somebody found them or something like that. And it a lot of times is going to be that person that's there in the household with them. A lot of times they either live with that person, or they're in the house quite a bit. When we talk about this subject and grooming, that's where it comes from. It comes from somebody that they know, a family friend that either parents trust and leave the child there, or sometimes it's an older, maybe young adult, that think this person is taking care of them, and slowly get groomed into participating in whatever it is that this person is asking them to do. A lot of times they think maybe it's my fault because of what I was wearing, and things like that. That's not, the victim's fault. It's not something that, where they encouraged somebody else to do it, or made them act out in that way. And they need to know that it's not their fault. It's not something they did.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to support a friend or loved one who has experienced sexual assault?
What I would tell them is to support and love on that person. Allow them to express themselves. I know that in some instances they might blame themselves. I would discourage that. Discourage them from blaming themselves. And sometimes, they need that help and that push to either make the report. I know that a lot of families don't want to have that type of negative drama in their life, and they'd rather you be quiet about it. But I think that anything you bottle up will eventually come out. It might blow up, and nobody knows when or what might trigger that. So as a family or friend, I mean, I'd make sure to be there and talk to them about it and allow them to release it, and either reporting it, of course, or just to talk about it, and it just does something to be able to share that with somebody they trust, and make sure not to betray their trust. Keep it confidential, you know, if that's what they wish, and be a strong pillar for them. Just like to let you know that the Friona Police Department cares and is willing to listen to your story if you're comfortable with it. I know it's a traumatic time in your life, and it might take some encouragement. You might take some support from somebody else, but as long as you're willing, we're here to help you and help you heal the best that you can.